Back Road Ministry, the world premiere. What's up, Mr. Martin, coming live and direct back at you on a snowy day in the East Coast. Little flakes, but nothing too bad out here. Today's video, I wanted to talk about cigarette dope boys. That's right, cigarette dope boys. I know a lot of you heads on the street know that the new dope game in town is loose cigarettes. We got loose cigarette cartels in the majority of your major cities. Loosies is not a thing. $1, $2 for one cigarette. And you know, the sad part is the intelligence of, you know, a lot of these companies, especially, you know, RJ Reynolds, the big cigarette companies, you know, with this big push really to get people to quit smoking. And they tried a lot of things early on, from basically telling people the Surgeon General warned you that this product can kill. That didn't stop people. Jacking up the prices in a lot of cities, banning cigarette smoking in different areas via like restaurants and other public places. That didn't stop people. And I think they really thought that the jacking up of the price would pretty much deter people from smoking. That didn't stop people because people just found another way to do it. They started buying loosies. And what I find, you know, working with a lot of people that struggle with addictions is they are truly addicted to nicotine. I know they'll buy the loosie, they'll take a drag, get their nicotine hit and keep that loosie the whole day. And that shows a true addiction to nicotine. And the problem with nicotine addiction is, since it's legal, people really don't feel that these things are addictive. And that's the problem with any legal drug. And nicotine is a drug. Anytime you're taking a hit of something, like you hitting a joint or hitting a crack pipe, it's a legal drug. So a lot of times, as a society, people that smoke really don't think that, you know, this is a problem. And you know, with addiction, you really, if your life isn't falling apart, then it's not a problem. It's pretty much the mind of people around the world when it comes to addiction. So alcohol, we know after a while with alcoholics, their life can start falling apart. Any of the hard drugs, be it cocaine, be it heroin, be it amphetamines, we know your life can fall apart. But since nicotine really, you know, you don't see this progressive life falling apart issues, people really don't think that it's a problem. The problem with nicotine is physically your life is falling apart. Because just because you can't see it on the outside doesn't mean that there's nothing going on the inside. A lot of times when people stop smoking, they see the results of what nicotine has done to them over the years. I smoked from 96 to like 2006 when I finally stopped. I had to get help to stop because that's how powerful nicotine is. I mean, the cravings and withdrawal for nicotine are so horrible that people can't stop. And nicotine withdrawal, unlike other withdrawal, comes quick. So it's not like, it's kind of like heroin. If you know anybody who ever bumped, you know, if you took in some of these drugs like Vicodin and like Percocet, you know how the withdrawal feels if you don't have it. That's why a lot of times we got to go back to the doc, kind of con our ways to get another prescription. If you ever took Vicodin or Percocet, this probably happened to you. Kind of like that, but worse. You experience the agitation, you get annoyed if you don't get your cigarette. People have been known to tear up their houses just to find a cigarette butt or $1 just to go get some. I mean, it makes you act really, really stupid. People pick up cigarettes off the ground and smoke them. That's an addiction. I'm sorry. If you out there picking cigarette butts off, and I've seen people I've done it before. I went and got cigarette butts out the garbage. So that's an addiction. That's like a crackhead going down there trying to find a rock on the carpet. You're pretty much doing the same thing. So RJ Reynolds and these big time cigarette companies have gotten intelligence, especially Camel and Newport. They changed the dope game. And all they did now is your dope boys slang cigarettes. They got major cartels out there slanging cigarettes on the streets. That is the new crack cocaine. They still got the hard drugs, but cigarette is becoming a new crack cocaine. They got major cartels slanging cigarettes. And the intelligence of this is, And the stupidity of African Americans and other folks is we just buy into it. The minute they give us a product that sells instantly, we jump right up on it. And now we've become the new killers of the community again by slanging something that is legal but just as deadly as anything else. You know, a lot of people die around the world from the use of tobacco products, and now we're just feeding into it, and you don't know what they're putting in these products. Every year the cigarette company makes these products stronger and stronger, and they're definitely doing it now since it's big business and they got the brothers caught up in this business. So be very mindful if you have a cigarette addiction of really working on getting away from the cigarette and nicotine addiction. There's medications you can take that will help you. Try some medications. Try to beat this addiction. I mean, a lot of people die of cancer. A lot more people nowadays die than when I was a kid. Cancer's a big thing now. So with these products, you don't know what they're putting on the product, what they're spraying in the product. I mean, you know, you got about 10% nicotine in some of these products, and the rest is God knows what. So you have to be very mindful. But brothers on the street really have to start opening their eyes up to see how they constantly are used to kill and destroy their communities. And they always got a new hustle to give a brother who is down on his luck, might not have any money to, you know, put some cheese in his pocket, but at the same time he goes right back into destroying the community. And we can't say whether the Caucasian did this or the white man, whatever term you want to use, is the reason for this, because we keep buying into these ideas. So the new dope boys are the nicotine dope boys, and RJ Reynolds and them are sitting up in their mansion smiling because you still got to buy the product for them. All they got to do is put it out, distribute, you buy it, and you put it on the street. Easy hustle for them, and they still making more money than ever before. Mr. Mahdi, stay mindful, my people, and please wake up.